So next up we have international teams. I haven't included my Wales shirts, I'll do that in a separate section, but these are some of the foreign international teams that I have. I did mention Spain earlier in the video, but these ones I have on display here. I'm going to start off with this one. This is a shirt which doesn't fit me anymore. This was the Netherlands shirt from 2006, and it's got my name and number on the back, so I'm quite happy with that. I wore this to PE in school, so you'll see at the bottom it's quite stained, certainly along by here, so it's not too clever. It doesn't fit me anymore, but just for the memories I thought I'd include that in the video as well.
It would fit me.
It'd probably fit my panda. I'll have to wait and see.
It fits!
You can have that if you want it. So one can have. Just give you football shirts constantly. Just keep giving you football shirts. I buy them for me and you end up having them. So next up we have Portugal. And this is the last Portugal shirt before they changed it. This is the UEFA Nations League version. So it's got the Nations League badge on the sleeve. As I can try and fold it up like here. But there. And it also has the European Championships badge by here. And it has the UEFA respect thing there. It's got number 7. You can guess who that is. Arguably the greatest player alive at the moment, although the next person might have something to say about that. That's Cristiano Ronaldo. Even though he's a former Manchester United player, I have a lot of respect for him, considering he's like 34 years of age now and he's in like peak condition, dietary, fitness, etc, etc. He is an absolute machine.
I was literally about to say he was a machine.
He's like a machine, and he seems to be getting better with age almost. But I do like this shirt.
Fine wine.
This shirt is one of the nicest Portugal shirts. I do like the pattern on the shoulders. I like the colour of the red, like a wine red or colour, and the green sort of complements it with the gold numbers. So that's Portugal. Next up we have the other man which I mentioned, the other greatest player currently alive today, and that is Lionel Messi, number 10. And again, I like this. It's the pattern of the stripes in the Argentina shirt. I did mention earlier about the whole navy, light blue and white colours being a favourite of mine. The gold badge is lovely as well. It feels great on this particular shirt. Doesn't feel like the number's ever going to peel off, which is good, because this is an unofficial one. This was from Soccer Lord, great website for shirts, and it's got the Argentina logo on the numbers at the bottom then.
That's a nice thing, that is. There's got the logo on the bottom of the numbers.
Yeah, the logo on the bottom. I think, did Portugal have that? Portugal got that as well on theirs, and that was also from Soccer Lord. The Portugal shirt has the Portuguese emblem on the bottom, so both Portugal and Argentina both have them on there. So we're going to go on to our next one, and this is a classic shirt which I bought from eBay about 2 or 3 years ago. This is another Netherlands shirt. Looking back at sort of past players, one of my favourite players from like the 70s was Johan Cruyff, famous for wearing the number 14 and also famous for wearing the Adidas shirt but only having 2 stripes rather than the traditional 3 stripes. Now the reason for that was Johan Cruyff was one of the first players to have an endorsement. His endorsement was Puma, when Puma was first sort of being formed back in the day. So he used to wear Puma boots, but his contract meant he wasn't allowed to wear any Adidas products. So therefore, when he played for the Dutch national team, he had his own personalised Holland shirt with 2 stripes rather than 3.
That's actually amazing.
Of course, Johan Cruyff having to be different and having to be I guess a talisman for football back in the day. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I bought this shirt, one of my favourite players back in the day. It is a little bit snug on the cuffs by here. The way the material forms, you've got like I don't know how to describe it really. It's like a baggy kind of sleeve, and then it cuffs right
like elastic
at the bottom. Yeah, elastic. So that's my only sort of disappointment. But it's from eBay. It's a classic shirt, which I bought from there a few years ago.
Is that why this one's got number 14 on it as well?
Yeah.
Oh, because I know you don't like the number 14.
I don't mind number 14. So
I've been lied to for 11 years.
So 17 is my favourite number.
Yeah.
But then I like, so these are like the numbers I like. So number 17, number 7, number 10, number 14 in that kind of order, I guess.
I knew the 17, 7, 10, but I didn't know 14.
14's up there. And then I like the number 4 as well. That's like a defensive number. So there's kind of certain players and there's kind of certain like numbers and superstitions from my end. So that's...
What are mine then?
Number 13 is yours.
Yeah.
And number 3. You like the number 3 as well. So moving on. We have another named player on the back. It is Ciro Immobile.
Immobile.
Not immobile. He might be not immobile, but but Ciro Immobile. He's a Lazio player. I do
Where's
like
Lazio?
Lazio is in Rome.
Mm.
We'll move on to them in a sec.
I asked you this earlier.
You asked me this earlier, yeah. I do like the gold complement on the backs of the number here. I do like the design of the font, I guess, because you've got the white number for name for Immobile, but then you've got bits of blue just shining through, which is quite a nice touch. I think it makes the name stand out. You've got this gold sort of pinstripe going along the sides by here, and also on the front, and also inside the collar. So they've updated the badge since this, because they've had a couple of newer shirts since this shirt. This shirt was 2015, I want to say, by Puma. Again, you've got the darker pinstripes on the front, and then this old badge has got the 4 gold stars for the 4 World Cups, and you've got a sort of big shield on the front. I do like this shirt an awful lot. And to finish off this section, we're going to move on to another Italian shirt, and this is my favourite Italian shirt of all time.
I like the feel on this one.
And that is the Italy shirt from 2000 to about 2002, 2003.
You haven't had that long, have you?
I've had this shirt about a year or so. It is so stretchy, look at that, but it feels lovely to wear, although it does feel quite heavy compared to the other shirt. And the reason why I like this shirt is the simplicity of it. It's a plain blue Italian shirt. The colour blue, much brighter than the old shirt that I showed, the other shirt that I showed earlier. The badge is the old style Italian badge with gold writing and the Italian flag on there. Very old style, very traditional. It's got the Kappa logo on the sleeves on both sides, but on this particular sleeve it has the 3 golden stars for the 3 World Cups Italy had won at this moment in time. Obviously they won another World Cup since in 2006, so another star got added to the shirt. But feel wise, it just feels so good. I bought this from eBay second hand, and it is a fantastic shirt and one of my favourites in the collection. So moving on, we're going to do my Italian club collection section here. Does that make sense? I've probably collected more from the Italian Serie A league than any other division. That's mainly because I love Italian football. Out of all the foreign leagues out there, it's my favourite league. We're going to start off with AS Roma. So this is an official AS Roma supporter shirt which I bought from UK Soccer Store about 3 or 4 years ago. I like it because of the colour, because of how plain it is. This was a year or so after they changed their badge to bring back the wolf. There used to be a bear, so they brought back the wolf with Romulus and Remus suckling at the tits, which is a very important moment in Roman history. So I like the fact they incorporated that on the badge. And then on the back, of course, none other than Francesco Totti. It's not the official numbering though, we haven't got the official Roman numbering on it, it's just plain white with Totti on the back and then the Serie A logo, which is quite rubbery on the sleeve here, but nice quality as well. Next up we have AC Milan. This was before they changed over to Puma, so this is about 2 or 3 years ago now. I bought this from DW Sport. I bought it for about £30, again end of season sale. I do like the red and black stripe, very iconic for AC Milan. It's got the Fly Emirates sponsor. I do like the fade it has at the bottom of the shirt where you've got the red and black just sort of fading in with each other, and then on the sides you have the grey Adidas stripes going up the side. On the back it has the Italian flag on the back of the collar, but the only thing I don't like is a plain black shirt. On anything that's a striped shirt, any football team, I always hate it when they have plain black. On the field, it doesn't look too clever. I know they do it because the numbers will stand out more on a plain black, but from a design standpoint, it kind of ruins the shirt. It's a lack of effort, isn't it? Yeah, it's a little bit of lack of effort. It ruins the shirt a little bit for the overall aesthetic. I think if they had red and black on the back, this shirt would be much better. But if I was going to give it a score, I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10, something like that. But let me know in the comment section any of the shirts that are featured in this video. A score out of 10 for all of them, or even if you want to list them all as I go along and do a big comment at the end, that would be much appreciated. So that one's going to go back here. We're going to move on to Inter Milan, which we have right by here. It's got the Pirelli sponsor, and this is my most favourite Inter Milan shirt of all time, possibly. I do like one of the ones they had in the early 2000s with the bit of yellow on it. I think whenever Inter Milan have had a bit of yellow as a third colour, it's always looked amazing. So it's got the black and blue stripes, but it's got like a black and blue kind of iconic swirl going through them, which is quite nice. And then on the back we have Icardi. Now he's actually on loan at Paris Saint-Germain this season, but he's been an iconic striker for Inter, although a very controversial striker at Inter for the past few years. And then yellow number 9 on the back. Do like the design of that as well. The sleeves are totally black. The material is very good material, and again, this one was bought from Soccer Lords, so very pleased with this one. Next up we have Napoli. So Panda, what do you think of this one, design wise?
There's just so much to look at.
It's so much to look at. It's very much involved. The sponsors do ruin the shirt a little bit. I've never liked Napoli's sponsors. You've got MCS at the bottom, then you've got a second sponsor at the top in big red by here. It's a Kappa shirt, so the material's lovely on it.
Kappa Kappa.
Kappa Kappa. It's white on the sleeves. For the Champions League, they have navy blue on the sleeves. I do prefer the navy blue version over this white one. This is the league version. I have the Serie A logo, of course, on the right sleeve, and then on the back I have it with a number on the back, Insigne, number 24, and again it has Napoli badge. The Napoli badge on the number as well, and then it's got Kimbo on the back, which is another sponsor, so the third sponsor for this shirt, which is crazy. A little bit of scuffing on the collar where some of the stitching is. This is one which I bought from, I think it's from China, from DH Gate I think it was, but out of all the DH Gate ones, not too bad compared to some of the other ones, so relatively happy with this one. Next up we have the big team in Italy, Juventus. This is this season's Juventus shirt. It's white and black with a pink stripe going through the middle and also on the back as well. A bit of a change from tradition for Juventus. Of course, they have the iconic black and white stripes. Now, I have actually ordered a Juventus shirt with the X-Palace edition. So it's like the skater brand thing where it's got the proper black and white stripes with like a fade on the bottom, which looks nice. I think I prefer that one over this one. But I do like this shirt. It's got the Italian flag on the top by here. It has the Serie A logo on the sleeve, and on the back I have, of course, Wales' very own Aaron Ramsey, number 8, with the official Juventus badge on there as well. This one was bought from Soccer Lords. I think I paid like 30 quid for it, so a bit of a bargain when you consider it's a brand new shirt for this season. And if you were going to buy this from one of the official stores, it would cost about £60 to £70 probably, so I had it for half the price really. And not too much to complain about really. Design wise, not the best Juventus shirt ever. It'll certainly divide opinions on whether you like this or not, but quality wise, material wise, I can't complain to be honest. Like this shirt an awful lot. Next up we have Fiorentina. Panda, yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay? Why a nay for this one?
I just don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
What do you like about this?
I like the semi thing going up here.
You don't like the pattern?
No, I don't like the fact it's like that colour there and then this one here. I don't like the fact it's got the red and the white halfway down on the side.
That?
No, on the side, look. The left hand side.
Ah, but they.
Yeah. That's just a weird thing to have.
So this is a shirt for Fiorentina, who of course are famous for wearing purple, one of the only football teams to wear like a purple home strip out there. So quite iconic in that regard. The badge is very iconic as well. You've got the pattern here of Florence, I think it is, in the diamond. It's by Lecoq Sportif, which is the manufacturer, and I think that's why it has the two lines by here as part of their like design for this season's shirt. I do have a number on the back, and it is of course France's legendary player Franck Ribéry with the number 7 and the Fiorentina badge at the bottom but there, and then they've got their own sponsor. Out of all the Fiorentina shirts the past few years, I think this is one of the nicer ones. They have had a lot worse than this one. But I think most people would probably say their favourite Fiorentina shirts was when they had Nintendo as a sponsor in the late 90s, and they had iconic players like Rui Costa and Gabriel Batistuta playing there. But this is Fiorentina. And to finish off, I've got one more shirt, and I've saved the worst till last, but also the best, depending on where you're coming from, and that is Lazio. I can't have Roma without Lazio. Lazio colours, I said earlier, you know, light blue, white, navy blue, the colours that work really well for me for football shirts. Shirts I get sort of drawn to. And this is by Macron. This is, I think it's last season's shirt. I bought this one mainly because of the design of the eagle on the front. The eagle on the front is quite iconic for Lazio. Of course, they have a golden eagle sitting on their badge. Now, the problem with this, I bought this from DH Gate, and this is the worst one I've bought from DH Gate. And you'll see why in a second. It has the Serie A logo on the sleeve, and it says 2018-2019 Serie A. I think that's the thing they win if they win the Italian Cup. I think they have like the name on it or something. I'm not quite sure. But this is the worst part of the shirt. So I have a name put on the back, and this is the risk you take whenever you buy named football shirts from overseas, from like China and stuff like that. This old saying goes, you buy cheap, you buy twice. I bought cheap with this one. I think I paid like £10–11 and then a few quid extra for the name and badge and stuff. I of course went with number 6 Lucas, because Lucas Leiva used to play for Liverpool, but unfortunately they spelt his name wrong. His name is spelt wrong on this shirt. This is Lucas. It's supposed to be without an E, but they've added an extra E for some reason, which kind of ruins the shirt, of course. So the shirt's worthless. It's not worth anything.
It is worth something.
Well, it's worth something.
It's worth me taking it to bed.
It's
Wait,
worth
no,
Panda taking
not
to
like
bed.
that.
I've given this one to Panda as well to have. It's a shame. That's like the thing that's ruined it, because design-wise I like it, colour-wise I like it. One of my favourite Lazio shirts. It's got the Lazio badge on the bottom of the number, which is quite nice as well. But it's just a shame that they got the spelling wrong on there. But yeah, that's the risk you take when you buy stuff from China sometimes, I guess. And that completes my Italian club roundup. Moving on.